All right. Okay, now we're recording this call, and with all calls that I do, we record the calls and we post them to YouTube. If you want to access any call, you can go to www.youtube.com. In the search box, type in Lone Star Success Team, 4 different words, hit search, and then you look for the call by date. And that's how you find the call. So we're recording this. We'll keep you tonight about 20 minutes or so. I want to go over a few things. I sent out the training program about a couple of weeks ago to several of our agents. If you are on this call tonight and do not have access to the training program, which I want to cover briefly tonight, okay, send me an email, let me know, and I'll send it to you. Okay, I have not posted it online yet, so you do have to contact me, and I'll send it out to you. But commitment is everything, no matter what you do. If you're going to be involved in sports or in music or whatever it might be, commitment is everything, okay? And practice is everything. So that holds true for any business. You have to be committed to that business in order for that business to succeed. Without your commitment, your heartfelt commitment, that business will fail. So that's a big thing here at Lone Star, is your personal commitment to success. Because we get a lot of people to join, okay, they hang around, and they might do a sale once every couple of years, but that's it. Okay, that's not a commitment, that's a hobby. Okay, we don't want hobby people here, we want committed people. Now, you guys are committed because you're on the call tonight, and I appreciate that, but it does require a certain level of commitment in order to be successful. Without the commitment of Lone Star, you're going to spin your wheels and nothing's going to happen for you. Okay? Now, when I sent out the training, I did send out one document, and I have it here on the screen. It's called the 5 Core Commitments. Commit to the process. The process is what we do at Lone Star. Being on the calls, doing the training, contacting me, Larry, or Mark, being involved in the whole process of Lone Star. The prescription drugs, how to help people, that's the process. Okay, you also need to get connected through communication. You've got my email, you guys have my phone number, you can call me, text me, email me. Okay, anything you need help with, I'm here. Okay, get connected through communication. Without that communication, we have no idea, how your business is getting along. Okay, and come to the training. You guys are basically here tonight, and this is kind of a training call, an opportunity training call. Okay, so you've already committed to the training. All right, now it's going to require a new commitment for the training that I'm going to go over, but at least you're partway there. Follow the system. The system that I have is called Success Cycle. If you follow the system, you will succeed, guaranteed. No questions about it. But you got to follow the system. You can't reinvent the wheel. You got to follow the system that's in place, and you will be successful. And the 5th thing is be here 1 year from now, because that commitment's going to require time, okay? And if you're here 1 year from now and you've committed yourself to these 4 other things, no questions about it, you're going to be a success in Lone Star. Okay? Now, some people ask me, is this a business? Yes, this is a business. And then they ask, is it hard? Well, yes, it is hard, okay? By virtue of the fact that we don't have 1,000 people making, $1,000 a month. We need that. We need people making money. Okay, so you guys that are on the call, I'm throwing a challenge out to you. We need people to make money in Lone Star. Okay, but is the business hard? Yeah, it's hard because it's going to take a lot of fortitude, a lot of internal commitment to really make things go. Now, are there ups and downs? Yeah, a lot of ups and downs in this business. You're going to find that some weeks you're going to see a lot of success, other weeks you're going to see zero. Okay, but you have to be committed to the process, committed to the system, and you just weather the ups and downs. And the question is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. I'm a testimony to the fact that it's worth it. Larry's a testimony to the fact that it's worth it, and Mark is a testimony to the fact that it's worth it. Yes, it's worth it, but we need thousands of people who are having good success at Lone Star in order to attract new recruits. Okay, now we're doing fairly well right now, but we want to see we have a call center, and we're recruiting a lot from the call center, but we want to see our agents recruiting as well. You need to build a team so that you can have that override, that residual income override, that can pay you in a very well. Okay, but you have to build that team. Now, there are phases of success with this business. There's a no-sleep stage. That's when you first join. You're excited. You can't sleep. You're going to make $1 million, all of that. Some of you guys can remember that day. Okay, no-sleep stage. But pretty soon that'll wane, okay, if you're not actively involved, okay, in the process, following the system, coming to the training, and then you're going to have the self-doubt stage. Okay, you're going to wonder whether it's worth it, whether you're going to be able to make it, you know. There's going to be some self-doubt, and that's really when things will slow down for you. But guys, you got to be committed. You got to stay the course. Okay, basic skills. Okay, we're looking for is to sell and recruit. If you can do those things moderately, fairly well, you will see some success in Lone Star. If you can do them above average, you will see tremendous success in Lone Star. Okay, and we also have events or things like the training calls. Okay, we want to see you come to the training calls, and of course, personal development. My training system teaches that, personal development. Okay, and that will help you, okay, conquer any self-doubt you may have. Okay, now, when you look at a 5-year commitment to this business, okay, in the first couple of years, you're going to put in a lot of time and show a little bit of money. Okay, but you're working a business. This is a very good, viable business that you don't have to put any money into. Okay, but it does take the time commitment in the first couple of years, and then by year 3, it should be 50-50. Your time and your money should be equal. Okay, year 4, your money will increase, your time will decrease. Year 5, you will be putting in very little time, and you will be managing a large, gigantic, successful business. And that's really the goal. A 5-year commitment, being here 1 year from now, and then building on that, year 2, 3, 4, and 5. And by year 5, very little time that you will invest in the business because you will be managing your business, your team, and you will reap the rewards of a lot of money. Okay, so that 5-year commitment is important. And those are the things we kind of look for, okay, when we do a game plan interview with people. Okay, and basically our goal is you have a circle in life, okay, where you have a lot of it's sleep, some of it's going to be other stuff, a portion of it will be Lone Star, and then half of it will be your work, okay, working for the man, putting in the time at work. Well, what we want to do is replace your work with Lone Star, okay, because Lone Star will give you your life back. Because once you build a team, once you build a customer base, then you will see residual income come in. And you'll see overrides from your team come in. So you'll have a couple of income streams there, personal business and team business, and that will eventually replace your work. And so now your life circle will be, Lone Star will be half of that, and then sleep, other stuff, and then giving a little bit of time to Lone Star. But half of it will be reaping the rewards of the time that you put in the beginning. Okay, and that's the goal. We want people to quit their job and to become full-time with Lone Star. Okay? Now, the success cycle really starts with the positive attitude. Okay? If you have a positive attitude, all things are possible. If you have a negative attitude, it's going to be very difficult to do this business. Okay? Basically, okay, we are looking at three different things. We're looking at you, we're looking at the product, and we're looking at the opportunity. Okay? The product is obviously the prescription, programs that we have that we're helping consumers, and the opportunity is the team building, recruiting and building a team. But you have to be teachable and you have to stay on track. Okay? Now, there are 4 ways to learn. The first is learn knowledge. Okay, that's coming to the trainings, conference calls, those type of things, learn knowledge, where people are telling you, do this, do that, this is what you do, this is what you shouldn't do, that's learn knowledge. Then there's activity knowledge. There's learn by doing, being actively involved with your downline, with your customers, with your team, okay? So that's activity knowledge. And there's modeling knowledge. Learn what the successful people do. Myself, Larry, Mark, okay? And then word for word, do the same thing. My training is something that I learned, and I'm passing it on to you. So if you learn to do that training, you will be a success. And the 4th way to learn is teaching knowledge. That is, mastery comes through teaching. Okay, and you will have a chance to teach others yourself, okay, as you become a success in this business. So what we're looking for is success, little success, and then big success. And the way you do that is through the training. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just share with you what we have in the training. I have the 5 core commitments, okay, and then I sent success ad for recruiting, okay, because we want to see you recruit people. This is an old Craigslist ad that can be posted to a lot of bulletin boards. There's a lot of opportunity bulletin boards out there. All you have to do is do a Google search, and then you can copy and paste this into that bulletin board. Okay, opportunity bulletin board, or any type of ads where you can place on the internet. This is the ad that you can use. You don't have to come up with anything on your own. You place it there, and then they contact you by email, okay, through the ad. And then that will be a live prospect for recruiting, okay? And then what you do is you send them information, okay, about your website, or you can just send them this letter here, okay? This is called the Customer Opportunity Letter, all right? And this basically explains how we help people with prescription drugs. Now, people who are involved, want to be involved with the opportunity, they can go to your site right here, and you can let them know, I have a website, okay, I'm going to send you a letter, basically explains how we get our customers, and then I want you to visit my website, watch the video on the site, and it will explain how the whole program fits together. Okay, and that's how you can do it. You don't have to come up with anything on your own. You can send them this letter here, but let them know okay, to visit your website, okay, so that they can see how Lone Star fits together and how the whole process works. Okay, this is a Success Opportunity Letter. This is a letter that we send to your list of people that you need to send a letter to, okay? And that's what I'm going to bring up next, the contact list. Okay, this list, okay, what you need to do is you need to write down the people who are closest to you. That's what I want you to do initially, okay? That is going to be family, friends, relatives, business associates, and work associates. People you know by their first name. Okay, all you have to do is send out an email, okay, and write down the date and initial contact, and of course you're going to follow up with them. But I send this out as well. This is a sheet, okay, you can write the contacts on, keep track of that, okay, and the whole process, okay, is because of the training. Oops, sorry, hold on a second. Let me put this back up here. Okay, and you can see on your screen the Success Cycle is a system. All right, and basically it's a duplication through recruiting, which will also result in product sales. Our goal is the 4x4 approach, okay, to the business. 4 recruits and 4 personal sales in the next 30 days. Okay, so if you're brand new on the call and you request this training, you can start, and in the next 30 days, we want to see you recruit 4 people and have 4 customers. Okay, recruiting within the Success Cycle is accomplished through the use of product knowledge, visiting the LoneStarSuccessTeam.com website, and that's this site right here. Here's the menu. Okay. All right, that's visiting the website. Attending the opportunity calls to reaffirm everything that is taught. You guys are on the call tonight. Consistent training by Lone Star Corporate, Dave, Larry, or Mark. And I think they had a training call about the prescription assistance program, but that call was canceled and will be rescheduled probably for next week. So you can look for your email. You guys that wanted to attend that call, that has been canceled and will be rescheduled. Okay, follow-up contact with Dave throughout your training. Okay, this system, okay, will be taught and then can be duplicated with each new associate, and any associate with Lone Star is interested in the training. This is not limited to just new associates. This is open to anyone, okay? And you can start on this tomorrow if you haven't done this already. Now, I did have people 2 weeks ago, when I talked about this, requested the training. I sent this out, but no one to date is doing the training. And do you know why? Okay, I'll show you why down here, which will be point number 6. But I'm going to go through the first week in the training. Okay, the first week, you go to LoneStarSuccessTeam.com, the one that I showed you. And what you're going to do is you're going to access the menu. You're going to learn about the programs. By watching the videos, okay, you're going to download the files that are available on your computer. You're going to learn the products, how they work, what they do. Take your time. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, some of you may think to yourself, well, I know all about the products. I don't care. If you go through this training, go to where I tell you to go, Lone Star Success Team, access the product information that's available, okay, so that you learn all about the prescription program, the Select Plus program, and the Business Builder program. Okay. Number 2, set up a file folder on your computer for your Lone Star files, because you're going to download a lot of files from the training here, okay, in step number 1. Step number 3, use the contact sheet that I showed you to fill in at least 70 prospects. Okay, now, you can really get started with 20. But if you can fill in all 70, that would be great. Start with people you know. family, friends, work associates, mark on the sheet whether they would be a good recruit or a good customer. Okay, some people, okay, you might not want to recruit into the business. Maybe your brother or sister, but they might make a good prospect because they are a prescription user. So they would be a good customer. They can go on your contact list, okay, and so can recruits. Recruits and customers can be interchangeable. All recruits can be customers. All customers can be recruits. So just remember that, okay? Now, number 4, email or direct mail all prospects on your list. Email is going to be the easiest way to do that, okay? If you have more than 70, you will be busy. It is all about creating activity for your business. A little bit of activity will create massive opportunity. Obviously, the more activity, the more success. You will be emailing or direct mailing the success cycle letter of opportunity. I want to go back to that. That's this letter right here. You're going to be emailing or direct mailing this out after you fill in the information here and here. And then, of course, you want to fill in the information down at the bottom. Okay? So once you fill in all that, then what you do is you will be emailing or direct mailing the success cycle letter of opportunity. Okay, remember to fill in your agent website info on the letter as well as your name and contact info. You can use this letter for recruiting. Okay, that is what we do. You can make money at this. So, or sales, you can save a lot of money on your prescription because our programs help everybody and it can help you too. So if you're sending it to your sister who you do not want to recruit, that's sales. So the idea is they could save a lot of money on prescription. If you're sending this to your friend who you want to recruit, okay, you can explain, this is what we do, and you can make money at this. I'm sending an email out to you. You could send emails out to people you know. This is how we start to make money. So the letter can be used interchangeably for recruiting or sales, doesn't matter. Okay. Number 5, you guys you're doing that. Attend the Thursday night success opportunity call. Okay. Remember, the call is sent out on Wednesday or Thursday. If you cannot make the calls are recorded and posted. Okay. Oh, I'm clicking on things here that I shouldn't. Hold on a second. Need to go down. Okay. Okay, calls are posted to YouTube. Okay, number 6 here, which is the last thing on the list. Okay, call Dave 2 times this week. Well, I have not received any calls in the last 2 weeks. So I know that everybody that received this material, they're not doing it. That's how I know, because I'm requiring you to call me 2 times during the week that you're doing the program. Okay, this is all about accountability. Okay, once we get enough agents trained in this system, then your downline will be calling you, okay, because you will be doing the training. You'll be sending out the info, okay, and they will be calling you for information. Okay, now don't worry about calling me, okay. You can call me at the number. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to midnight. Okay, but please call during your first week of training here, and I've not received 1 call. So I know people are not doing the training, which is sad. Okay, this is very simple. If you want to be a success, this is what I did, and I'm a success. Okay, so if you want to sit in my chair, you have to do this training, and you got to do it week 1. During week 2, we emphasize sending out additional emails, contacts, prepare a new contact list for people you know only as a passing acquaintance, like hairdresser, barber, insurance agent, guy who works on your car, those type of things. Okay, review the products again, procedures from the website. Okay, follow up with people you contacted in week 1. So everybody that you sent a letter to, you need to contact them in week 2. Just send a simple email. emphasizing a great opportunity in Lone Star, or if you want to make a phone call, that's fine too. Remind them it costs nothing to join. We have a massive market to help people and make some good money along the way. Okay, or if you're emphasizing sales, you send a separate email reminding them of the unbelievable cost savings of Lone Star compared to Walmart. We have the best pricing. Everyone qualifies for our prescription program. So see, you can use a letter for sales and recruiting, okay, when you follow up as well. Okay, also in week 2, I want you to place a recruiting ad on Backpage.com. It explains what you do. You're picking up, you post the ad, clicking on a category. Okay, it tells you exactly what you need to do. And then remember, we're using this ad, okay, when we post, and all you got to do is copy that and then paste that on Backpage. That's all you have to do. You don't have to come up with anything. Okay? So right there, choose a location, create your own ad, or use our pre-designed ad. You can place your ad at more than one location. So you place an ad in week 2. Okay, number 4, if anyone joins, hallelujah. Okay, if anyone joins from your efforts, you followed up with them, let's get them started in the success cycle. Contact me for support. Okay, step 5, attend the success call. Remind your new recruits in step 4, if they've joined, to be on the call. Again, you're calling Dave 2 times during week 2. Okay, so I know no one's doing week 1 or week 2, okay, because no one's calling. Okay, and then I have down here, week 3 and 4 will follow this training, but I'm not going to release that because no one's doing week 1 and week 2 as of today, which is sad because I've sent this out to a lot of people. Okay, don't be shy or bashful about doing the training. This doesn't take long, guys. It's pretty simple. You can review the website here in about an hour. Setting up the files on your computer, 10 minutes. Filling out that prospect list, another 10 minutes. Okay, email. Okay, you could start with day 2 and email through day 7. Okay, if you wanted to send out 5 emails a day, that's fine. Won't take long to do that. And you're attending the meeting during the week, and you're contacting me. So all of this should not take more than 5 hours a week. That's it, or maybe 3 hours at the most. This is not a difficult process. I have it all down for you in black and white. All you have to do is follow step 1 through 6, and you're going to be on your way. And then you go on to week 2, follow those steps, and then I'll have week 3 and 4. If you do all 4 weeks, you will have 4 recruits and 4 customers. If you have that, you will be on your way to being a success in Lone Star. Okay, but you have to follow the system. If you don't follow the system, you will not be a success. Okay, you could try to do it on your own, but why are you going to do it on your own when it's already here for you? Okay, the system is here for you, and if you want this success system, please email me either later after the call or tomorrow, and I will send this out to you along with all of the documents that I showed. Okay, and then you can get started, and you can be the first to call me. So if you don't have this, request it. If you do have it, and you've already requested it, get started, guys, because all it takes is for you to get involved in this and do the week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then your business will be jump-started, and you'll be on your way to building customers, to building a team, and making lots of money. And that's really what it's all about. And that's really my goal, is to help people make money, become a success, okay, so that you're with Lone Star long-term, and then eventually you can quit your job, and you'll be self-employed, and you will not have to answer to anybody. And that's really my long-term goal, and I want that for everybody, but it starts with week 1, step 1, and that's where we start.